Hey everybody, how's it going? Quane here. We're back with another TCC Extreme Challenge. You know how us at Dystopia love our extreme challenges and we can't get enough of them. And they did a really good job with this one. This one's very interesting. Got a double feature. So we've got the Despair from the Abyss raids, the Nearby and the Afar, the Nearby being the one that has Sephiroth in it, and the Afar being the one that has Exdeath in it, both of them alongside the Planescourger. And so for the Extreme Challenge, you have to complete both of them, but you have to use two different teams, and your teams have to have the same crystal color combination. So if you use two blues and a yellow on one, you gotta use two blues and a yellow on the other. Which, Crystal Chronicles, Magno, you guys did a very good job. That's a very interesting requirement. It's definitely a lot of fun to try and figure out team comps, because you can't just go in there with one team and blow it out. You have to think, okay, well, I need to make sure I have the same crystal color combination for both teams. And the stage, you have to have a healer, so you can't just pick two random healers. You gotta make sure that the healers are both the same crystal color. So I really like this one. This was a very good idea. Props to Magno and everybody else at the Crystal Chronicles podcast. Very good idea. So obviously, Synergy's banned. Alphanod, Maria, Renoa, Lisette, Quane, and Arden. And then on top of that, for banned units, you got Nacho, Metadillion, Nine, Bosch, Desh, Garnet, Aphmau, Noctis, and Mahina. No burst mode, no friend support, and Chocobo or Moogle summon. So for this one, I'm going to be using, my particular teams are two yellow and a black crystal character. So for the one with Sephiroth, we're going to be using Zac, Kais, and Raijin. And for the Exdeath one, we're going to be using Charlotta, Cater, and Leon. So obviously Raijin being the healer for the one team, and Sherry being the healer for the other. Got tanks on both teams. Leon pretty much makes it to where you don't have to worry about taking any damage whatsoever, with the exception of their HP attacks, where they just automatically gain Brave. But the HP regain is good enough to handle it. So I'm just recording the one intro here for both of them. I didn't want to record a different intro for both of them. So regardless of which video you're watching at this exact moment, it's the same intro. So I just want to introduce both teams I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and get into the fight and enjoy it. Alright, Despair Gathering from Afar, here we go. Leon, Sherry, and Cater. So same crystal color combinations as the other fight. Two yellows and a black. Sherry being the healer for HP regain. Leon can heal a little bit if I need just a little bit of a top off, nothing major. Cater to pull the aggro and counter. I tested this team before and it was relatively easy. I think I did it in like sub 70 turns. Definitely easier than the team I used on the Sephiroth run. So when I originally tested that team, I actually did it pretty much in 80 turns right on the dot. So I managed to do a little bit faster in the run when I actually recorded it for this. You don't really need to worry about damage too much with this team, because they're going to absorb everything because of Leon's EX buff. The only thing you really have to worry about is going to be the call attack from the Planescourger. So just make sure you have enough health. He does about 5,000. when he does his AoE HP attack. Then when he switches to the, I forget the name of the other one, Crystal something or other, he does closer to 10,000, a little over 9. So just kind of be aware of that. And just make sure that once you get towards the end, like when he's getting near the red, that your people have at least 10,000 hit points before he does his alt attack. I'm not going to use any of Sherry's nukes until they're farther down in health, when they have the brave damage reduction. Because Sherry doesn't care about brave damage reduction, because she bypasses that. So I can pretty much take Sherry anywhere. Even if they resist magic, it doesn't matter. The only thing that's going to be affected is her hurl staff won't do as much damage. Her nukes are still going to be just as good. She's still just as good of a healer, just as good of a brave battery. We'll save that launch. I see 40 turns. Exdeath is definitely below half. Clan Scourger looks like pretty much at half, and we haven't even used any of Sherry's nukes yet. We were definitely still in good shape on this run. Go ahead and take advantage of the launch. And there's the second one done. So both teams I used 2 yellows and a black crystal character. Cater, Charlotta, and Leon on this one. I'm using Raijin, Kais, and Zack on the other one. So I'll put the link to the other video in this video as well. And same thing with the other video, so you'll have links for both if you want to watch either or. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.